my colleague Wycliffe Okech is on standby. I can see him there. And he'll just be bringing us up to speed with what is happening in as far as the burial preparations are concerned. Wycliffe, if you can hear me, bring us up to speed with what is happening.
Thank you so much, Mariambo, back in Nairobi. The countdown to the 72-hour wish of Raila Odinga to be interred is on. Remember, since he passed on away from Kenya, and earlier on, his elder brother, that is Oburu Odinga, when he was addressing mourners at Raila's Opoda farm home there, he mentioned to the viewers, to the mourners there, the wish of Raila Odinga to be interred within 72 hours upon his demise. And you can see just right behind me here, what is going on here. It is literally men at work. This will be the final resting place of a political enigma, a person that is cherished so massively in this region. And right where we are, this is Kang'o Ka Jaramogi. This is the home of Raila's father, where it's quite a massive place actually. Just next to me here, to my left, this is Jaramogi Odinga's mausoleum, and that is where the grave of Odinga, Jaramogi Odinga, is lying, just right inside that mausoleum. And just next to it, that is where the grave of Raila is being dug right now. And actually, this space, earlier on, as we spoke to the locals here, they expressed to us the wish of Raila actually to be interred just next to his mother, still within the compound here. And we do not understand actually why the burial place has been changed, just because in the evening when Oburu Odinga addressed mourners at Raila's place, he rushed here at Jaramogi Odinga's home to officially break the news to the larger Odinga family about the demise of Raila Odinga. That is in line with the customs of the Luo community. Thereafter, after breaking that, or rather officially announcing the demise of Raila Odinga, he came straight away to the burial place and indicated where Raila will be buried, and straight away excavation works started. I don't know, my colleague Martin Kivuti can just show you the heap of soil that has been dug from this grave here. It is quite a rocky space, and the excavation works were, of course, done by an excavator. And what is happening now is that these grave diggers, they are now just levelizing it, an exercise that I understand will run through the night. They will be here, they will pitch camp here until this grave is levelized for plastering tomorrow. And you can see, of course, some candles are being lit here. And actually, when on our way, when we were coming from a Poda farm, coming here, we had seen groups lining by the roadside to light candles just to show respect to the departed political enigma Raila Amolo Odinga. Right now, the update we have is that the digging of the grave where Raila will be buried is on, and it is just right next to the mausoleum where the grave of his father, Odinga, is lying. Well, we will be here tomorrow. We know there is a public viewing of Raila's remains at Nyayo, just like the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, has announced, and that will follow the state funeral service for Raila Odinga. After that, we know on Saturday there will be a public viewing in Kisumu before the body is moved to Bondo. That is Jaramogi Odinga University of Science and Technology on Saturday for the burial ceremony. And of course, from there, that body will come straight to Kang'o Ka Jaramogi, right where we are, where the final interment of the remains of Raila Odinga will be done just right here. And remember that the actual burial will be a private ceremony. And where we are, this is just the compound here, the huge compound within Kang'o Ka Jaramogi is just so massive. But the small area where the burial ceremony will happen. It's just so it's confined. It's not so big, and that also I think explains why the burial ceremony, the actual burial ceremony, will be just a private one, and only a few family members, and also probably just those close people that were close to Raila will be allowed in this space. We continue monitoring everything, Mary, and we will continue to update our viewers about every development regarding this scenario tomorrow. For now, let me hand it back to you in studio, Mary.
Wycliffe, and maybe just before you go, like you rightfully put it, he had put it in his will that he'd like to be buried next to his mother, but that has so far changed. Do you know why?
This is something we cannot yet tell. Remember, throughout the day, I talked to the elders, those who knew Raila when he was still a young man, those people who were close, actually friends with his father, Kang'o Odinga. We spoke to them at Opoda Farm, and they expressed to us how Raila wished to be buried actually next to his mother. And the burial place where his mother was buried, it's the family burial graveside, that is. Even Raila's son, Fidel, who passed on, I think, in 2014, is also buried there. So all along, we had thought probably he would be buried there. But when Oburu Odinga got to to Kang'o Ka Jaramogi in the evening, when he came to officially announce the passing of Raila Odinga, he came and just pointed here as the burial space next to his father's grave that is lying here at the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Mausoleum. We do not know the reasons why. Probably these are the reasons that will come to us live. I mean, we'll get to know later on. And of course, as soon as we get them, we'll always explain the same to our viewers, Mary.
Thank you so much, Wycliffe Okech, coming to us there from Bondo, specifically from Kang'o Ka Jaramogi, where the Right Honorable Raila Odinga will be laid to rest on Sunday. That is the second, on Sunday, on Sunday definitely. And probably what will be playing out there is just cultural practices. And I'll be joined by Odoyo Owidi. He's a political analyst. We'll be talking about some of those cultural practices when it comes to, traditions of burial in as far as the Luo culture is concerned. And so on that note, we want to take our first break, but I'll be back with more.